Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the European Crossover webinar. And wow, we're starting to see S&Ps and Nasdaq even break even lower. Look at here right now. This is part of the that other software program that I use, and the reason I have this one here, this is actually not my ladder. It's because that program can bring in a whole lot more data. And I can see where everything's breaking down or where the true volume is, and it really helps out a lot when I'm scalping. But wow, we are even breaking even lower here, right here with the S&Ps. I actually have it segmented, so I could increase this size a little bit better. And so 2 on this page, and then 2 on another page with the Nasdaq, and obviously that's breaking lower here. Hang on. And you can see this here. We just broke down. Showing Bitcoin. Bitcoin has actually dropped down to 40,000s. But let's go and take a look at the Nasdaq and the 2-hour. And look, we've even continued to go in and break lower here. Really putting on some pretty good heavy pressure. Let's take a look at the daily on here. Obviously, it's going to the 13,000, but boy, this is really continued to go in and drop off quite a bit. Just hit some new lows now. Just kind of looks like we've flushed some people and moving up. But boy, it has really kept the pressure on for that late session breakdown. As I mentioned here on Bitcoin, pretty good pullback here in Bitcoin. You see here on the daily chart, we actually broke into the 40,000, came all the way down to 38,260. I'm trying to remember. I think I might have had the support at 38,950 or something like that. We'll have to go and take a look at that. Let's see, here's the cable. Cable's still up close to its highs, but not at new all-time highs. And of course, the Nasdaq really pushing lower here after we broke into that session low here. Let's just jump into the other screen. Had to move screens around also a little bit. Seems like a same thing every day on this, but hang on. And take a look at gold. Gold, actually, remember, we've been looking for almost 2 weeks at our intermediate target of 1877. This came within 90 cents of hitting that intermediate target. I'm looking for this thing to probably start to pare back a little bit. Crude oil, pretty good range yesterday. Boy, they really kind of got smoked around yesterday. We're still pressing a little bit lower, which isn't a surprise after what we saw yesterday. Take a look at the euro. Did go even push even further today. There's the euro on a half-hour chart. I just got above this 2250. And of course, the SPOO's really big drop here. Even taking out 4104. This is at 4106, but this is pretty key here. Potentially, we can get down to 4067, but it's already been cleaned out pretty good. But they have support at 4089 here. Let's take a look at what we got on the news as far as data. Bear with me. Kind of got things all changed around here. Okay, so we did have a UK CPI. That was out a couple hours ago, as well as PPI. And as we roll into our current time, we do have Eurozone CPI. It's going to be due out at the top of this next hour. And then coming into the States, we will have Canadian CPI at 8:30 Eastern. FOMC member Quarles will be speaking. That's at 10 a.m. Eastern. And that's all I see. And let me go in and got everything all pushed around here, so hold on. The way I have it broken down now is it takes up more real estate, so I'm just going to have to, let's see how I'm going to do this. Bear with me. Hold on. Okay, here we are with the euro. And hang on one second because I got a dog here making a whole bunch of racket. Hold on one second. Okay, sorry about that. Let me go on and get this taken care of with the euro. So the euro posted another solid advance on Tuesday, closing at 22.20. Resistance on Wednesday will be 22.43. Looks like we got it there. With support at 21.62. And we had 22.43, and the market got to 22.44, so pretty good. Hang on. And 2162. And you can see here that 2243. See how that right here, see how that confluence is right here with these touches? Look at the low bar right there. You see that? That's how I came up with the 2243. Actually, it looks like it hits right there. There we go. 4243 right there. You see here? So that's where I'm coming up with that level there. So it looks like it hit it, took it up by 1 pip, and kind of run out of gas here. We're paring back just a hair. Let's go move into the cable. Cable closed within a new recent high on Tuesday. Resistance will be 42.41. We're still well below that. We supported 41.38. And moving on to the Aussie. Okay, the Aussie posted above, pushed above 78 cents, but paired back, closing at 77.88. Resistance on Wednesday will be 78.14. We're supported 77.42. And we haven't really gone anywhere here. But 77.42, kind of stuck in no man's land over there. 78.14. And on to the dollar yen. So the dollar yen closed lower, taking out 109 on Tuesday. Support on Wednesday will be 873 with resistance at 931. The low's been 882. So 873 on the low side. I don't know why that does that. And to the cash dollar index, the dog with fleas and everything else on it. The dollar index closed sub 90 Tuesday on its way to 89.44, first support level. Resistance for the week, for Wednesday will be 90.14. We're still kind of holding here, but support 89.44. $90.14. And on to Bitcoin. And Richard says, good morning. Good morning, Richard. Let's take a look here. Bitcoin. Boy, we've really taken a pretty good hard thud. When we talked about that, ever since Elon and the whole mess here, we dropped off like gangbusters, that we said, it has that feeling. We bounced up, but had that feeling of there was another shoe to drop. And boy, we got that yesterday, and we even seen further follow through today. Bear with me. really started to get a little jump in here. Jump as far as, pushing S&Ps on their lows right now. So Bitcoin continues its downward descent. Support on Wednesday will be 38,695. Low today has been 38,189. No, 38. It's like 38,401. So not too far off. 38,695 with resistance at 42,874. And 42,874. Next up is going to be S&Ps. So you can see here, there's a decent size order, not huge, but here at 40.89. That's what got this dome over here, because it helps me to go in and see where there may be some size here from short. I'm looking to step in and just make sure I cover before we get there, or if that's going to be a reaction. Actually, our support's right there today. So hang on one moment. You can see we're moving into that 40.89. So bear with me. So S&P's broke in the late in the session on Tuesday. Support will be 41.09, followed by 40.89. And you can see here we've got some size sitting on here: 40.89, 40.88. Followed by resistance will be 41.34, followed by 41.42. Well, that doesn't look likely. So let's go down here. And if the wheels come off the caboose, it would be 40.67 / 89, and resistance will be 41.14 / 28. And this thing has really come undone here. But we're almost at 40.89. We've really come off quite a bit. Let's go into the Nasdaq. We've really taken a whack here on the Nasdaq here. Let's go and take a look if we have a level here on the daily. Certainly looks like he's going to make a move for that 13,003. Certainly would be a attracting area. And on the upside, if you can call it an upside, it's going to be this 13,215. But under some heavy pressure. Look at this. It looks like they want that 13,003. We just come off this low, and then here we go, pressing it again. So it certainly looks like that's where it's going. Next up is going to be gold. And we just hit the 40.89 right now. In the S&Ps, you can hear what, looks like we haven't hit yet. Not yet. There it is. There's a little bit of size there. All the way down to 40.88. See how we react there. Gold. Gold came within $1 of reaching the intermediate target of 1877. You know, we've been talking about that for about 2 weeks. The metal may take a pause. Support will be 1858 followed by 1848 with resistance at 1882. So $18.82. And as I said, we had our intermediate target was 1877. I think the high was 1876 and 10 cents. Look, we can see we've hit the 40.89 here, or 40.89 a quarter. I still have that resting. Got some little bit of size coming in right here, so maybe we can wash it out and try to make a stand. Maybe we'll see a little bit of short covering. So you can see a pretty good move here. So we may take a little bit of a pause here in gold, and let's go and move into crude oil. Crude paired back on Tuesday with a near $3 range. Support on Wednesday will be $64 even, with resistance at 65.74. There's a bias chart. Kind of holding here at this 40.91, but just see if we can go and dip down here to this 40.89 and clean up this volume down here between 89 and 88. There's the bias chart, but really coming under some intense pressure here in these indices. Nasdaq's at 13,046. Does look like it's going to go down to 13,003, and even below that, we can go in and jump back into that. Actually have right there 12,968. That seems like that's where we want to go to, the 12,968, and flush out those stops. Let's go and move that to 12,968 for support. Although we're pretty low already with the S&Ps. And we'll go and keep that right here. But below this 12,968. And Bitcoin, not too far off those lows, but you can see quite the fallback in here. I think we had to clean out that third 40,000. With that, okay, we'll still hover near these highs. With that, we'll go in and get this bias chart posted into the room. And thanks for joining us here on the European Crossover webinar.